What's up, you guys? My name is Lucinda, and I am the owner of Buy Black Miami. I came on here today to go ahead and tell my story as to why I started to create Buy Black Miami. So for those of you who don't know, Buy Black Miami is an online website that lists Black-owned businesses within South Florida. So if you guys are interested in finding a Black-owned business in a city near you, feel free to check out Buy Black Miami at buyblackmiami.net. And on there, you'll be able to find the various different Black-owned businesses within the cities near you. So yeah, this story may be kind of long because it started from my childhood. So if you guys can please just bear with me. I'm gonna try to make this video as short and as brief as possible, but I do have to give you guys the background story. So if you guys have time, I really appreciate it before, we just go ahead and get into it. So yeah, Buy Black Miami, it started when I was a child, right? So when I was little, I grew up in Liberty City with my mom and dad. And my mom, she used to always go to different stores, like corner stores and gas stations. And she used to just go up there and hang out with her friends and talk to them and drink. And so I was always the little girl who would be at those stores, just playing around with the people and listening to the older folks and things of that nature. So I noticed that every time we go into one of these stores, it was always a Black person, behind the counter. But as I began to look around, I noticed that it would be a whole different ethnicity in the background, doing inventory, talking to customers on the phones and things of that nature. So in the back of my head, I was like, okay, she don't really own the store. These guys must be the owners of the store. And I had to be around maybe 5 or 6 or maybe younger, because that was my mom's thing, like to always go up to the stores to kind of just chill, hang out, de-stress, kick it with her friends. And so as time moved on, we continued going to different stores and different gas stations. And I noticed the different ethnicities that would be behind the counter. And then I also noticed the different treatment that our people would get from the people of the different ethnicities versus our own people being behind the counter. And when I say different ethnicity, I'm talking about Arabs, right? So these were all Arab corner stores, Arab run gas stations. And this was during the time of the early 90s, right? In Liberty City. So that kind of struck a chord with me because I noticed that like from a very early age, the difference in the treatment and how, our people was being treated. So I began to ask myself like, okay, why? Like, why are we treated this way? Like, why are they always, watching us, every time we go in the corner store? Why are they always, following us and talking to us rudely and like talking to the men rudely and kicking people out the stores and things of that nature? So I began to start unconsciously looking for Black-owned businesses, right? I started looking for Black-owned corner stores. And every time my mom would go into a different store, I noticed that I would see a Black person behind the counter, and I began to like look around to see, okay, is there an Arab here? Is there another person in the background who's doing the inventory, who's stocking shelves? I was just like unconsciously like start to question and look around and be, more self-aware of what was going on. So years passed, and then I happened to go into this one particular corner store, right? And it was a lady behind the counter, and she was gorgeous, you guys, like absolutely stunning. So I saw her, and then I was like, ooh, right? Because this was a different corner store. So I was like, ooh, okay. So I was like, okay, well, maybe not. Let me just like go ahead and get my stuff, get my little snacks and candy and be on my way. So I began to walk around the store, right? Because it's a different store. I've never been into this store before. So I'm walking around And so I noticed that she's still standing behind the store. I mean, she's still standing behind the counter. You know, she's not really paying attention to me. She's watching her show or talking to the customers, you know, doing her thing. And so I was like, okay, So I noticed different things in that store also, right? Like for one, she wasn't following me around. Two, there was music playing in the background, but not just any kind of music, right? Like our kind of music, right? I think it was probably most likely Frankly Beverly and Maze playing in the background. And so I went up to the counter and she was like, hi. And I was like, hi. And I introduced myself. And then I asked her, I was like, hey, is this your store? And then she was like, yes, this is my store. And I was like, no, but like, is this your store? Like, are you the owner of the store? And she was like, yes, I'm the owner of this store. Guys, my mouth dropped. I was like, are you serious? I was so happy, right? Like when she told me that this was her store. So I ran to my friends' houses, right? Because I was always at my friend's house. So I ran to my friend's house and I was like, hey, guys, guess what? Like, I found a store that we can go to. Like, we're not going to the Arabs anymore. We're going to go to this store, right? And so it was like, okay. So I was like, come on, y'all, get your money. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Like, I was very excited, right? I was like, come on, let's go. And so, and so when we went to the store, which was closer to my friend's house than the other corner store was. Their corner store was like maybe 2 blocks away, 2 long city blocks away. But this corner store was like maybe 1 block away, right? So perfect timing, right? Hey, baby. Hi. Mommy. Say hi.
Hi.
This is my baby, you guys.
Baby.
Yeah, you my baby. You my baby. Can I finish the story?
No.
I can't finish the story?
No.
No? Okay. What you want? Crayon?
Yeah.
Here, crayon.
No.
No, you can't get that. That's my lip gloss. That's for girls. You can't get that either. No.
No.
No. I'm recording. Okay. Bye-bye.
No.
No, bye-bye. I'm gonna come back, you guys. I'm gonna deal with him and I'll be back. Okay? All right. So we were closer to Pete's and D's groceries than the Arab store. So it's like, come on, let's go over here. This is a new store. We're gonna go here. They're Black owned. We're gonna go support this store. So they got their money and we all went. And when we got to the store, I introduced them to the lady as my mom. I was like, hey y'all, look, this is my mama. And they was like, what? I was like, yeah, this is my mom. And then they looked at me like, you lying, that is not your mama. And so my friend Ebony, she was like, are you her mom? And then the lady was like, yes, I am, I'm her mom. And then they were shocked. They was like, oh my gosh, you guys, look, here is Cindy's mom, here is Cindy's mom. Because they had never really seen my mom before, because I used to go over to my cousin TK house and my dad used to drop me off, or sometimes we used to walk over there. And my mom, she was always at work. So they never really saw my mom. They only saw my dad, my cousins, and things of that nature. So they was like, oh my gosh, you guys, look, here is Cindy's mom. And and so we started going to this store. And by me being used to, just hanging around stores and things of that nature, I actually started hanging around this lady's store, right? Because I had friends that lived across the street in apartments on 54th Street, and we lived over there too. And so I would be at my friend's house, and then I just come over to the store, and I just be hanging out there. I used to talk to the people, connect with them. And then my mom, she started, coming over to the store, and she started connecting with the people. And you guys, like, I noticed an immediate difference between this lady store, Pete's and These Groceries, and the Arab store, right? So the atmosphere in Pete's and These Groceries was phenomenal. You guys, like, it was love, it was respect, it was trust. You know, it was beautiful. That's my son. That's my son. So, like, for instance, she had a jukebox, right? And this jukebox had all of the 90s music in it. I'm talking about Whitney Houston, Frankie Beverly and Mays, Monica, Boys the Men, Drew Hill, Snoop, Tupac. Like, all of the music that we love today was in this one jukebox, right? And so like, every time I get a quarter, you know, like, I would go and put it in the jukebox, and then I'll play my songs, and then, like, I start dancing. She had Montel Jordan, she had Luther Vandross, she had Stevie Wonder, she had Otis Redding, like, all the late greats, like, she had them all in this jukebox. And so our music was there, right? Our music was constantly playing. Outside, people were, like, sitting down, chilling, playing checkers, right? Because that was their thing. She had, like, picnic tables, right? And so people would come out there, older black men would come out there, and they would play checkers, right? Like, no problem. Like, y'all could just chill, drink, smoke, whatever. It's a vibe, right? And so around the corner from the store, but on the same block, like, attached to the store, was a black-owned hair salon, right? I think it was called maybe Lucy's or something like that. And then attached to the hair salon was Society Cab, right? Which was another black-owned taxi cab in Miami. So you have Society Cab, you have the black-owned hair salon, you have this black-owned corner store, and you have, like, all these black people just, like, mingling and talking and connecting and building and creating relationships. And it was just like, I'm kind of getting, like, choked up thinking about it. It was just like, it was beautiful. Like, I can't really explain it, but as a kid, I'm looking at this and I'm like, wow, like, this is awesome, right? This is how it's supposed to be, right? Like, ain't nobody supposed to be getting kicked out no store, right? Like, if I'm coming to you and I'm spending money and I'm doing business with you. Hey, baby. You want juice? Okay, I'm coming. If I'm doing business with you, there is no reason why you should be talking to me out your mouth any kind of way. There is no reason why you should be kicking me out the store, right? Like, there's no reason why you should be disrespecting me, period, as a customer. So, Pete's and These Grocery, they showed me what a black-owned business was supposed to be. Right? They showed me what a black-owned business could be. They showed me that black entrepreneurship was actually possible, and that this is what it looks like, you know? And so as I became an adult and I started going out to different businesses, I was looking for that. You know, I was looking for that love. I was looking for that connection. And I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional right now. Because I didn't really think that it hit me like that. You know, like, I didn't think that it affected me the way that it did. Like, I was just a kid, you know, but it affected me. So now that I am a grown-up, that is what I'm looking for my people. You know, that is what I'm looking for my kids. You know, like, I want them to have that relationship, that bond, that trust. You know, like, I want that for our people. So when I go out to all these different stores, and I see our people get treated like dirt. That shit hurts. And I don't understand it. So, Buy Black Miami stems from my story. You know, like, I want the best for our people. I want us to support us. You know, like, I know that when we go to, I know that when we go out to different stores, I see the difference in how we treat each other. You know, I see the types of relationships that we build with each other. I see the type of resources that we could, that we share with each other. Right? And so that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. That's why I created this directory, so we can support ourselves. So we don't have to go out to all these different ethnicities and get treated like garbage. You know, like, why? Why should we go there, right? To Jim Sam Soo, when we can go to, you know, Perry's Plus Wings. You know, when we can go to Pretty Healthy, you know. So it makes no sense. Like, I don't get it. And then it's like, when I was trying to tell my friends, like, hey, you know, let's go here. Here's a Black-owned business that we can go to. They'd be like, no, why? Like, why not? Or like when I say, okay, or my friends say, hey, let's go get our nails done. I'm like, okay, well, are they Black-owned? They look at me like, what? Like, no, they ain't Black-owned. They Chinese. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Y'all can go. Y'all have a fun. Y'all have fun. Y'all have a ball. I'm good. And so, yeah. My son is just ripping and running, you guys. Like, he got all his toys. He's dragging them. So, guys, I guess this concludes, you know, my story. I was going to go deeper and tell you guys, like, how this lady actually helped me and my family. Like, this lady, Dolores, her name is Dolores. Shout out to Dolores, by the way. That's my mom. I love you, Mom. So, she actually ended up giving my mom a job, right? So my mom started working there. And then she opened up a restaurant across the street from her store. Yes, baby. Okay, I help you. So she opened up a restaurant across the street. Okay. And the restaurant was bomb, you guys. Like, it was so successful. So yeah, that's my story. I have to attend to my babies because he's not gonna let me finish this video. So you guys feel free to check out Buy Black Miami at buyblackmiami.net. So far, I have like over 200 businesses listed, close to 3, and I'm looking for more. If you are a Black-owned business and you would like to be featured on my directory, please feel free to go on the website, click on the Add Your Listing button, go ahead and register. Everything is free for now. I'm doing like a free listing for the month of May. So go ahead and add your listing. It's for free. And yeah, we'll keep in touch. All right, you guys. Thank you for your time. I truly appreciate it. Bye-bye. Say bye, Pop.